Hi, this is my review of Heinrich's Call of Cthulhu Guide to Carcosa, or Cthulhu for the purists, a solo campaign for Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. This is by my appraisal the greatest solo campaign ever created so far. This is not a solo role-playing game, this is a solo campaign as implied that you play with Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. You create an investigator, or you employ an existing investigator, as you go deep into Carcosa and not only explore the darkest corners of the city, but also the darkest caverns of your very soul. Now let's talk about the quality of the PDF. The quality is superb, magnificent. You obtain several separate files, including the maps, the investigator sheet, the notes, but when it comes to the graphic design, the assets are so well employed. It feels as if you are reading some sort of ancient alien document. The font is so easy on the eyes, the artwork, the photorealistic composition, everything works in perfect harmony with this dark setting. Everything is also well written, organized, and explained, with bookmarks and hyperlinks, so it's going to be very easy for you to make your way through the entire PDF as you explore the city of Carcosa and your own self. So the quality is superb, magnificent, flawless. Now let's talk about the contents. This book is your guide to explore the cursed city of Carcosa throughout its 340 pages. As you make decisions throughout your journey, your investigator will grow and degenerate in response to the horrors they encounter. These experiences may color future events they or another investigator confront on subsequent playthroughs. There is a lot of replayability when it comes to this solo campaign, and with that legacy aspect, you feel as if the world comes alive, as if the cursed city is actually existing somewhere, as all of the investigators that dare to go into this most mysterious and malevolent of places experience the changes, the consequences of previous investigations so far. If you do not know about Carcosa, there is even a small primer telling you about the history of this city that is sometimes expanded and developed across the years by several different authors. This guide provides the tools to create a series of unique solo scenarios, utilizing the rules contained in Chaosium's Call of Cthulhu, of course. The guide is designed to be played through several times, with different investigators. These investigators may come from existing Call of Cthulhu campaigns, being newly created with the rules contained in the Keeper rulebook, and optionally Heinrich's Call of Cthulhu Guide to Character Creation. I am not familiar with that document, but it looks pretty interesting. It seems to handle a sort of life path creation process. Each run through the guide details parts of the city of Carcosa, which become permanent fixtures you may re-encounter on future playthroughs. However, while you may visit a particular location many times with different investigators, how you interact with what you find there may vary based on your investigator's abilities and background. The nature of Carcosa is defined not only by what it is, but by who encounters it. It is likely that many of your playthroughs will be cut short by death or indefinite insanity. Few investigators will reach the palace at the city's center. With all that said, the guide exists for your enjoyment. That may mean repeat playthroughs, but it may also mean paging through the guide for inspiration as material for your own campaigns. In fact, you can actually run this as a keeper. You can run this for your players, although I would highly recommend that you first play it a few times in order for you to experience the dark wonders. Depending on your choices, you will carry out different skill rolls. It is up to you how you decide to take on the different situations, so it creates that illusion of actually playing with a keeper. Now, there are some keywords to take into account, into consideration, specific to this campaign. The first keyword is break. Early in your playthrough of the guide, your investigator will receive a mask representing some unresolved trauma in their backstory. The 4 masks are the Mask of the Lost, the Mask of the Addict, the Mask of the Masochist, and the Mask of the Guilty. Each mask is described in greater detail as you play through the campaign. The mask an investigator wears is bound to them by 3 chains. Different events in the guide may instruct you to break one of the 3 chains. As each of these chains is broken, the investigator takes one step closer to reconciling with their trauma, hopefully. The other keyword is explore. Carcosa is divided in acts, with a prologue and an epilogue. While many of the locations in the maps of Carcosa identify to what scene you should refer, many more are unnumbered. For this, the guide provides a table to randomly determine that location's scene. The other keyword is rest. Time within Carcosa is fluid and unpredictable. Days may pass in hours and hours in days. This means that while some injuries may never heal, others close within minutes. To represent this temporal dilation, you may be instructed to rest at the end or early in the middle of a scene. This gives you the opportunity to heal and recover your wits, as well as potentially improve your skills. The other keyword is unlock. At times, you may accomplish something that unlocks one of the 13 achievements. The guide will instruct you to unlock a specific achievement at a time. These achievements may have consequences in-game or in future playthroughs. During your journeys, you may acquire various items, but also wounds, madness, and perhaps even death. So what do I think about Heinrich's Call of Cthulhu Guide to Carcosa? I consider it the greatest solo campaign in existence. There aren't too many solo campaigns out there when it comes to tabletop RPGs. There are some, for example, Tunnels and Trolls campaigns. But still, even though they are good, they cannot compare with this one, especially because of the legacy aspect. If you like Silent Hill, that sort of situation in which you are exploring not only a place, but yourself, this is it. This is the campaign that you should get. And I think you will be able to freak yourself out as long as you are role-playing, imagining as if you are there. You will get a taste of the fear and the madness. And so much love and care went into this document. There is even a soundtrack list to play different tracks according to the act and to the scene. And the choices for the tracks are excellent. So my highest recommendation, definitely get Heinrich's Call of Cthulhu Guide to Carcosa. There is so much potential. But even if you decide to play just this guide, it's going to last you for a long time because of its replay value. My highest recommendation, definitely. And even if you don't play solo, this is the perfect sourcebook to get your players into a most horrifying journey into the city of Carcosa. Thank you for watching this review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. This has been Abraham El Jaguar, a professional game master. If you want me to run a game for you, please check out the pinned comment below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.